Hi, welcome to the Beauty Authority. I'm Tatiana Bito, New Beauty's Director of Aesthetic Content. And today we are talking to celebrity makeup artist Kristofer Buckle, who is a legend in the field. And Kristofer recently had a facelift with Dr. David Rosenberg in New York City. And hi, Kristofer, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Two and a almost, I guess it's like 3 weeks since I had the surgery.
You look amazing, and you have been so transparent with your surgery results on Instagram. It really stopped me in my tracks because your results are so good.
When people say that, it's so funny because what that really means is your before was really busted.
I don't think so, because I think when you're walking around in the world and before you have a treatment, you looked gorgeous, beautiful, ethereal before. This just took away something that you weren't happy about. So can you tell me what made you decide that it was the right time in your 50s to get a facelift?
Well, I'm 56 and I've always aged very well. My family ages very well and slowly, which was always a blessing. But suddenly, for the past 2 years, like things were crashing, like my face was just changing very quickly. And it wasn't graceful. It wasn't a slow thing. It was very sudden and it was a bit alarming for me. And I work in aesthetics. Like I work with, in Hollywood and with the most famous, beautiful people. And you can't sell something that you don't own. And I'm selling confidence and I'm selling beauty. And I wasn't feeling confident anymore. And I was not feeling handsome. And so it was just distracting. And I think that, when people have their sore throat over and over again, they're distracted by the pain of their sore throat. They get their tonsils removed and nobody thinks twice about it. But there's a
Right.
stigma with surgery and plastic surgery. But, it's about maintaining your vehicle and doing what it takes to, get it on the road and have both hands on the wheel and get to where you got to go.
I glossed over your intro. You work with some of the most amazing artists. You have worked with Mariah Carey for over 20 years, Christina Aguilera, Blake Lively, so many names, everyone basically. So just to see you be so transparent, knowing that you work in aesthetics and you work in beauty and your face is out there, it's just so refreshing. And it's a lot of people are doing that now. How do you feel about being transparent, and what has been the reaction that you received?
I think that when people hide things, it's because there's shame. And I have no shame. I just don't. Beauty is a very practical thing for me. I understand what makes something look really good, and I understand what makes something not look as good. So for me, it's business. It's like it's facts. This works, this doesn't. This is off balance. And so for me to discuss it, it doesn't even feel personal. Like when I'm discussing my looks, it's like it's a fact. You have eyes, you can see. So it's no sense in hiding it. And I also want people to understand the process because I think that because so many people keep it secret, um, people don't real they have a false idea of what the plastic surgery really is, and it's really come so far these days.
Yeah.
And it's not the kind of facelifts and things that our mothers and our grandmothers have been getting, back in the day.
Yeah, you don't see those, windswept, wind-pulled results as much anymore, but you also went to Dr. David Rosenberg,
Yes.
who is a superstar celebrity plastic surgeon. He's worked on everyone.
Gene.
What were your concerns when you went and met with him?
Dr. David Rosenberg, I've seen a lot of his work, throughout Hollywood, and a lot of wealthy women go to him and for the best results ever. And I see it very close, and there's no scars, and it's just it looks restored,
Mhm.
but not reinvented. And that
Yeah,
to me is very important because you want to look your best, but you don't necessarily want to look like something else.
right.
So that's what he does best. He restores you. So it's like, it's like with a house, if you have a beautiful home, but it's showing wear and tear and stuff, it's like you don't want to, suddenly make it this modern, glass tower. You want to keep all of its subtle things that make it beautiful, but you just want it to be restored. And that's what Dr. Rosenberg did for me and does for everybody.
And were the specifics of your procedure? Was it a lower facelift? Did you have another treatment in combination?
I had 5 procedures at once.
Okay.
I had a lot done. I thought I was getting my eyes done, but because my eyes have always been, like, my best feature, that's, like, the thing that people have always complimented me on, and they
Yeah.
were very heavy and asymmetrical. This eye really hung very low, my upper lid. So he did do an upper eye job. He also did a brow lift on me, and then he also did a deep plane neck and lower facelift
Yeah.
and a chin implant. So all of those things in combination have work in unison to kind of restore and rewind, so that
Mhm.
because if you just do one thing, sometimes it brings attention to other things.
Right.
So this kind of just created a very uniform, rejuvenated effect
And
of
everything
balance.
looks so good and so natural.
And understand that I'm a certain kind of guy, and I have a certain aesthetic, and I do wear makeup. I'm a pretty boy, but that's just the way it's always been. But at the same time, having a lot of plastic surgery could make me look prettier, which could
Right.
also not be great.
Right.
So I still maintained my masculine features. And I think that was very important for me.
What was it like? So you had 5 procedures done at the same time. What was recovery like? And how long were you unable to do your daily activities?
That was shocking to me because I know that I'm having my face like done, like
Yeah.
everything. The stitches came out of my eyes 4 days later.
That's so fast.
So if I had just done my eyes, it would have been like, let's go to work.
Yeah.
It was like, and it was really amazing. So I was iced, I stayed in a hotel for 2 days. I had a nurse and she kept ice on me for 48 hours on and off. And I didn't take pain medicine. I took
Wow.
Tylenol. I was offered everything to keep me comfortable, but I just didn't feel pain. And I don't believe in taking things just to take them.
Right.
It was so easy. It was
Mm,
very weird. And then, so yeah, like the day after surgery, like my bandages were off, and I had friends come to the hotel, and the nurse went out and bought ice cream, and we had an ice cream party. And then I was kind of up and about and seeing people. I had stitches, everywhere,
yeah.
but even that didn't look weird or bad.
Yeah.
Heals very, very quickly.
Incredible. I mean, how happy are you that you did this, and what is your favorite part of the result?
I'm very happy that I did this, and I'm very happy, and I feel very fortunate that I had Dr. Rosenberg because I knew I didn't have anxiety then. I knew I was in the best hands, and I didn't have to worry. I
Yeah.
I went in like absolutely like carefree. Like I was like, I'm in the best hands, so this is like great. My favorite thing about having it done is the compliments that I've been getting, and it's not that you need someone else's approval, but sometimes when you are yourself, it's hard to perceive yourself. And my mother was very concerned. She was like, I don't want you to look weird. I don't want you to look like someone else. And she was like, oh my God. She's like, when she saw me in person, she was like, you look exactly like the picture that we took in 1999, Acapulco. And you look like that. It's like the clock is rewound. And that's what
Wow.
everyone's saying. So people that know me for many, many years.
Amazing. Getting mom's approval is like the
Yeah.
top, right? That's
Mhm.
the best compliment you could get. Okay, so as a makeup artist, I'm sure you've seen scars on other people or scars may have been a concern. Did you have that conversation with Dr. Rosenberg and was it important where he placed the scars?
Yes, especially as a man, because a woman usually typically
You can
has
hide it.
long hair. You could push your hair forward. Your hair is covering because the scars, if you're unaware with a facelift, they go here, they
Mhm.
go in front of the ear, they go inside the ear, then they come down and they go around the back. And then there's a one for the neck lift, it kind of goes straight across that way. For a man, you're wearing short hair, so it's more of a situation. But my ears was sticking out more, I think. And I think that they are now laying flatter,
You
which is
got a
actually
little bonus result.
yes, no more howdy doody. But yeah, so I think that, but I knew his placement, and I know that his stitches and his, it's very mindful.
Yeah.
It's not it's all done very consciously, and everything is done with purpose. The
Yeah.
placement, the amount of stitches, the type of stitches, everything is dissolving stitches. So some get removed, but they don't need to. It just I don't know how to really reiterate how amazing the whole process is.
Mhm.
And if I had known, like for 2 years, I wanted to do this and I couldn't find the time. But if I had known that I was going to be like completely healed and like totally fine, not experience pain and all that, I would have like done this so much sooner. Yeah.
I think it's great that you did it now too, because if you wait until you're older, your skin quality is not at the same
You can
level.
heal slower.
Mhm.
Also, you don't, people are like, well, you didn't need it. Why did you get all that done? It's like, yes, I did need it, but you didn't know because I was
Right.
hiding it and concealing it. I was wearing like Japanese eye tape on the crease of my eye to keep this eye up. Like it
Yeah.
was bananas. It was so many
And
tricks.
at some point, Botox up here stops working as well because I get Botox up here for the same thing for my hooded eyes. And it just, you can't stop gravity.
Also, with as a man, you don't want your eyebrows to go so far up on the ends, can feminize the eyes. The other option is dropping them, then your brows are dropped, and then that makes your eyes even heavier. So
Yeah.
it's a balancing act with Botox.
Well, your lower profile completely changed. So,
Yes.
yes.
I
Do
mean,
you catch yourself in the mirror?
I'm like my chin, my this is if you actually what's funny is I have a very old photo of me on my Instagram profile, like my profile photo. I've never changed it for whatever reason. That picture's like 20 years old. And that's kind of like what I look like right now. It's like
Yeah.
kind of weird. So it's nice because I feel like I'm getting a second chance at a face that I took for granted years ago. So I'm going to have a new appreciation for like the second chance and the face that I have now that Dr. Rosenberg gave it back to me.
I love that.
But yes,
Okay. So, yes.
the chin implant is really a game changer. And also that really helps masculinize the face because I did have a weak chin. I used to joke and always say I kind of look like a reject from the Muppet Show, but it really makes a difference. Like
Yeah.
also I didn't hide any of my scars or incisions, but you could see that this is like,
They blend into the rest of your anatomy. So you can't
yes.
really, right.
And this is new. Like they're going to be purpley pink and then they're like red and then they're going to go
Mhm.
pink and then they're just going to fade because I've seen them fade on everybody else and
Yeah.
be invisible.
As a makeup artist, what did you have to change for your own personal daily routine? Did you use anything differently on your face, or was there anything that you used in recovery that helped you?
Well, I was using Aquaphor mostly, the
Mhm.
ointment. I use that as my moisturizer, like
Mm,
morning and night anyway. I like heavy, greasy things. And that's approved because it doesn't have the doctor liked that because it
right.
doesn't have fragrance and it doesn't have active ingredients. It's just an emollient. So I was using that and it helps with, the healing and the dryness that could be associated with the stitches and things like that. As far as my daily thing, like I wear makeup every single day and I was
Mhm.
wearing a ton of makeup for years
Yeah.
because I was correcting things constantly. And now my eyebrows are not under my eyebrow bone. They used to be like so low that I was like just drawing these giant eyebrows on. And I don't have to do that. I mean, I could just fill them in a little bit because I do have thin eyebrows, but they're not like going crazy and like less on the skin and all that.
Mhm.
And I was also painting a beard on so
Oh,
that,
like you were like contouring your features.
well, you saw my jaw
Yeah.
what that mess that was. And I was painting against that, trying to create the illusion of bone structure.
Yeah.
Now I
Well,
can
you
be
look
clean.
incredible. You look great. I think you always looked incredible,
Thank you.
but you look like yourself just with the little things that were bothering you
Yeah,
adjusted. Yeah.
definitely.
So what is your advice to anyone that is in their 50s, really thinking about it and maybe on the fence?
Well, I mean, fences are designed to either keep things in or to keep things out. And so you've got
Mhm.
to decide what side of the fence you're going to jump on. I mean, do you want to keep and rejuvenate your beauty, and or do you want to walk away from it? And
Yeah.
it's a personal choice. Time takes your looks away. Your face is going to change over time. You might as well have a hand in it. You might as well have an opinion in how it goes. And that's my opinion on it. I think that the rewards are great, and it's a why not? If you're able to do it, why not prolong all the wonderful things about you? And if
Yeah.
it's also not vain. I think that it's more practical, actually.
Same. I see it as a part of self-care. If something is bothering you that much internally, you would go see a doctor and get it fixed.
Yeah.
So to me, it's the same on the outside. You just have to choose the right doctor.
Yes, and you have to like fix the chip paint, fix the
Yeah.
dent, change the windshield wipers. It's your vehicle. Like, and so like keep it together, keep it good, keep it fresh.
And is there anything else that you will continue doing non-surgically? Do you do lasers, chemical peels, things like that?
I've done them. I've done lasers and I've done like Fraxel, things like
Mhm.
that. I would do that. Yeah, I would do that maybe once a year. Botox, I would do. I think that I'm going to go to Dr. Rosenberg this in a week, and he's going to do Botox because Botox is what they use to maintain a brow lift because they don't
Mhm.
want the muscles pulling down on it. And I've got very strong brow bone muscles. But yeah, I would do those things.
Yeah.
I think that
It's all maintenance.
yeah, and I would get my upper lip. I did when I was like 20 years old. It's a permanent filler.
Mhm.
I would not recommend that because it is a roll of the dice, but I was lucky. I would do filler in my temples and then on my chin a bit to like compensate for my weak chin before I had it done. But now I don't think I need.
You don't need any of that.
I don't.
No. You're perfect. Well, thank you so much for talking to us about this today, and especially about the emotional part of it, because that's so important. It's not just a physical transformation, it's an everything transformation.
Definitely. Yes. Yes. A pleasure.
And you're glowing. You're glowing.
It's hot as hell.
It is so hot, but you're hot. So
Well, so
there
are
you go.
you.
Thank you. This was wonderful. Thank you so much. And I loved getting to talk to you and pulling you out from behind the scenes to talk about
Well, thank you.
your
Thank you. I hope it was
transformation.
helpful for some people.
Thank you.